I'm thanking you because you are helping to spread this gospel of freedom. I'm thanking you because you are spreading this gospel that will give us our great nation. It is all about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. It is all about all the tribulations. It is all about all the difficult road which we have all passed to get where we are today. The enemies was waiting for me on this particular program. Immediately I come on, I notice the attack begun. But I don't give a toss because I'm going to finish this program in peace. Facebook, free my page. Let me continuously preaching the gospel of redemption to my people. We are indigenous people of Biafra. We are Ipob. We are not terrorists. Terrorists do close their faces. Freedom fighters open their faces because they are fighting for the freedom of their people. Therefore, allow this program to flow. Like I said before, I'm not going to spend much time with you. And I'm not going to open my line for any calls. There will be no call answering on this particular program. I want you to pay attention. When Mazi Nnamdi Kanu started fighting for the freedom of our people, people did not believe him much. Until at a certain stage, people begin to believe him, people begin to follow him. A lot of challenges was thrown to him. Come back to Nigeria if you are indeed fighting for Biafra to be restored. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu took the challenge. He came back. And before coming back, he announced his movement. He announced the date, the time, the airline, the airport where he was going to land. Some of you thought it was Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that was doing all that. No. When Chukwu Kabiama sent you an errand, he backed you up. When Chukwu Kabiama sent you an errand, he stand with you. When Chukwu Kabiama sent you an errand, he will always fight your battle for you. Upon Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's arrival to international airport, the enemies traced him to the hotel where he lodged and kidnapped him. They arrested him. They call it arrest because then it was known as arrest. Then Mazi Nnamdi Kanu they sent him to the prison. The first judge that handled Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's case freed Mazi Nnamdi Kanu unconditionally. Justice Ademola of Abuja High Court. Please, if you can hear my voice loud and clear, I want you to confirm that you can hear my voice loud and clear. Some people are saying that they cannot hear me. I don't know why. Okay, somebody was asking for an audio. I will send it to you. It's not in the phone where I have your contact. That is why I haven't sent it to you. But I'm going to send it to you when I am done with this program because I had to transfer it to another phone before I send it to you. So I'm sorry about that, my brother. Thank you. So Mazi Nnamdi Kanu won the first case when he was brought before Justice Ademola in Abuja High Court. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was sent to the prison, to Kuje prison. They call it Correctional Center now. But then it was known as Kuje Maximum Prison. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu haven't faced the enemies. They called him on a round table. I'm not telling you what I heard. I'm telling you what I know. They called Mazi Nnamdi Kanu on a round table. And Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, they told him, go with 5 states. Take your Biafra and go with your 5 states. Buhari visited Mazi Nnamdi Kanu through his ADC. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said, the 5 states you're asking me to go with was created by your people from the north. The 5 states you're talking about is not only Biafra states. Mazi Nnamdi told them there are other states where you carve out my people, my Biafran people into, namely Cross River, Akwa Ibom, Rivers, Bayelsa, Delta, Edo, Kogi, and Benue. And for those of you that says Mazi Nnamdi was looking for Ijo, Bayelsa, Ogoni, what have you, that is because of the oil in those places. Is there oil in Benue State? I'm asking you guys. Is there oil in Benue State? Is there oil in Kogi State? There is no oil in Benue State or Kogi State. And Mazi Nnamdi told them that blood is thicker than crude oil. That is why he is not going to leave his brothers and sisters in all these aforementioned states. Besides that, Mazi Nnamdi made it clear to them that we must go with every Biafran. Not an inch of Biafra territory will be left behind. It's not possible. So Mazi Nnamdi made everybody to understand that. And they left Mazi Nnamdi. After much pressure, after everything, Mazi Nnamdi was released on bail. I have the reason why I'm building this foundation, because by the time I drop the information, the main topic why I'm here, you connect all the dots, then you know what I meant. So Mazi Nnamdi was given a stringent condition of bail. The kind of condition they gave to Mazi Nnamdi includes that he shouldn't sit with more than 10 people. That Mazi Nnamdi shouldn't grant interview to any media house. These were the conditions that was given to Mazi Nnamdi. But the most shocking part of it is that before they granted Mazi Nnamdi bail, the bail condition says that any person that he need a serving senator of Nigeria to sign for his bail, and he needs a civil servant with level 13 as a civil servant. That level 13 means that the person we meet some criteria, like having properties in some location that worth such amount of money. In fact, looking at that level 13, you must be somebody that if Mazi Nnamdi is not seen, that they can come for you. And that they need Mazi Nnamdi to provide somebody who is a believer of his faith to stand as surety, being a Jewish believer. And what shocked me the most is that they asked for this. Within 24 hours, we have about 50-something people standing to sign for Mazi Nnamdi. About 50-something. Don't forget what I said before. When God sent you an errand, he stands with you. He provides for you everything that you need to make sure that you accomplish on that journey which he sent you. People queued up. Senators came out. Men that has that level 13 in civil servants came out. They plenty. There are many. As a matter of fact, that was the first test which Nigeria government gave to Mazi Nnamdi, and the answer shocked them. They realized that Mazi Nnamdi is indeed fighting for his people. I want to tell the world that if the Nigeria government had asked for 200 billion in cash for Mazi Nnamdi to be released, I am letting them know that more than 200 Biafrans will volunteer to bring 200 billion each. That is to say 200 billion times 200 people. You know how much trillion is going to be. That is to let them know that our people are ready and good to go. I want Biafrans to go and rejoice because that freedom which you people are fighting for is here. I am not Simon Ekberima that told you to go and start counting days. That when you count 1 to 50 days, that Biafra will be here. I am not Simon Ekberima. But anything I tell you, write it down. Keep it in a safe box. Because I have something to tell you. But before telling you, there are people who doesn't know all these things I'm saying that are watching me. Those that are following you, they need to know the foundation where the topic I am treating today is coming from. Because I will not answer any call. Once I am done speaking, I will off the camera. It is your duty to share the program and make it go viral. Because the oracle, the voice of the oracle is about to speak. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu perfected all the bail conditions. And Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was freed. When Mazi Nnamdi Kanu came back to his father's house, the enemy started plotting evil against him, going to Vanguard newspapers, going to Punch newspapers, lying against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that he has collected bribe. That is why he's no longer speaking. You ask him not to speak to people, you ask him not to grant interview, and you went behind paying journalists with this brown envelope journalism you are practicing here to write that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have received bribe. That 50 million was given to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu by Obiano. That is why he wasn't speaking. But don't forget that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was given the slot to be the vice president of Nigeria. He refused. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was given an open check. Write how much you want in the world. Fill the form. It will be yours. They will free you. But stop talking about Biafra. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu refused. The last option that was given to him was, okay, since you refused the option A, option B, go with option C, which says take 5 states, Enugu, Anambra, Ebonyi, Imo, and Abia State, and make it your Biafra, and go. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said, no. He is a common and age. I cannot go without my brothers and my sisters. I cannot go without every land that belongs to Biafra. What I'm asking at this point in time is referendum. If my people in Benue State want to vote to be in Nigeria, let them go. If my people in Kogi State vote to be in Nigeria, let them go. If my people in Delta State vote to be in Nigeria, let them go. If my people in Edo State vote to be in Nigeria, let them go with Nigeria. That same thing goes to Cross River, Akwa Ibom, Rivers, and Bayelsa, including Delta. And that is the way United Kingdom have voted. Brexit, which gave them right to go out of European Union. They are standing on their own today because of their pound sterling. They want to maintain their dynasty. They want to maintain their way of life. What British did is what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was asking for. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu did not ask for something that is not right, rightly belong to him. I want you to pay attention. After all said and done, what happened last? Mazi Nnamdi Kanu decided to speak for himself. Because it is only a dead man that you can lie on. You can lie against. Any man that is alive, you can't lie against that person without the person responding. Mazi came out and responded, speaking to the world that they have started again, they have started lying against me. And that was the offense they saw that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu committed. At long run, our own people, our own governors, the then president of Ohaneze Ndigbo called Nnamdi, Rocha Sokorocha, Ifeanyi Ugwuanyi, Okeze Ikpeazu, Devil Mahi, Willie Obiano. These are the 5 governors that seated, agreed to invite Mazi Nnamdi Kanu on a round table at Enugu. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu went to Enugu. I went along with him and with other comrades to Enugu. When it's time for the meeting, we were not in the meeting anyways. But after the meeting, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu narrated exactly what happened between him and the Ohaneze Ndigbo and the 5 Eastern governors. Chief Nwabeze went with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Mr. Elliot Uko went with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. These 2 people I made mention of right now are still very much alive. In case you don't know, Chief Nwabeze happened to be, Professor Nwabeze happened to be the founder of Ohaneze Ndigbo that you have today. After Igbo State Union failed, there came Ohaneze Ndigbo. He is from Obaru, a constitutional lawyer. So, in their presence, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu showed them the mammoth crowd that he controls. He told them, I cannot decide to respond to anything you people are telling me to do now until I speak to my people. But remember, as at that point in time, they told Ohaneze Ndigbo to continue shouting restoration, not restoration, what they call it, what is that program they call that time they said they want to do? Restructuring. My brain is linked out. Restructuring. Even the APC political party, we are also shouting restructuring. Ohaneze was shouting the restructuring. We are going to restructure Nigeria because they knew that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was mean. They knew that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was the man for the business. That is why they were all shouting restructuring. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu came back and told them, because they asked him, what do you want? What is your problem? Can you actually tell us what your problem is all about so that we can begin to solve it? Right there in that meeting, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu told them, I want good road from Enugu to Port Harcourt, from Port Harcourt, East-West Road done, from Enugu to Ebonyi State, connected to Ebonyi State down to Anambra State. I want good road in Delta State. I want good road in Cross River in Akwa Ibom. I want good state in Yemegua, that is in Bayelsa. I want good road in Delta State. I want good road in Edo State. I want all the places that comprises the Biafra territory. I want good road everywhere. I want seaport to be restored back in Iguacha, back in Calabar, and back in Delta State, Warri. I want mini seaport in Onitsha. I want second Niger bridge to be built. Then there was no second Niger bridge in sight. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu told him right there, I want Nigeria to pay reparation to every Biafran person, especially those our fathers that sustained injury during the war that are still alive. They should pay reparation. And they should build a monument to remember those that they killed. I want all these things done. I want more viable international airports in Biafra land. I want international airport to be international airport, not mini international airport, not semi-international airport. Because what we have in Enugu is not actually international airport. Enugu, you fly from Enugu, you must land in Kanu before you pick up. Whereas people in Kanu are not businessmen. Enugu was serving the whole eastern region. Port Harcourt, if you fly from Port Harcourt, it is only 2 airlines that was given license to land in Port Harcourt. I want the equal right, the function of international airport of Lagos State, of Abuja, to be the same thing with that of Port Harcourt, Enugu, and more international airports should be drafted in the east from Cross River, Calabar. These were all Mazi Nnamdi Kanu demanded for. And he said, at last, I want referendum. Eba koji kechi ndi anonu. Eba koji kechi ndi anonu. Please, I want you to send me happy and the love emoji so that Facebook will know that my program is in line. The enemies come and send ugly face, sad emoji to give signal to Facebook that this man, I don't like what he's saying. But when you keep sending love emoji, like emoji, you know, they know that yes, that the program is in line. So Mazi Nnamdi Kanu gave all these conditions. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu told them lastly that what we want is for you to give us date for referendum. When you are done building all these schools, all this good road, doing all these things that I requested here, what is left is to give us referendum. Now, it's like we are angry. You have to appease us first. You have offended us. You have killed us. You have maimed our people. Now, you want me to jettison call for our self-determination. Okay, you have to first and foremost make us happy by building all these roads, by, giving us our international airport, giving us our international seaport, making sure that we are okay. Then after that, which you have pleased us, you will give us time, date for referendum. So that our people those you have done, you have appeased, we now say, okay, since you have appeased us, it is time for us to vote if we want to be with you or not. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is very intelligent. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is very smart. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is very wise. I haven't dropped the main message that brought me here, but I want you to pay attention to what has happened in the past that so many of you do not know. That I, Mazi Nnamdi, became new. Now tell me, a man who was asking for all these amenities to be given to his people, is he the kind of man that some people will come out and say, and that person who is saying, does not have good road? The person who is rejecting the Biafra, who is rejecting to be an IPOB, forgotten that IPOB means indigenous people of Biafra. In his community, there's no running water. In his community, there's no steady power supply. In his community, there's no good hospital. In his community, there's no good schools. As a matter of fact, they are suffering. And he's telling you he is not interested in your Biafra. I have seen so many of them, whenever they are on live camera, somebody will call on the program, say, are you IPOB? Say, no, I'm not IPOB. But who are the people Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was asking for international airport to be given to? Who are the people he was asking for seaport to be given to? Who are the people that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was asking that good roads should be built for? Are you not among? That there should be steady power supply. Enugu State have the highest deposit of coal on this planet Earth. Why can't they use it to generate power, at least for all Eastern region? I know the coal can give power to all Africa. Do you understand what I'm saying? So they are the same people that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was fighting for. But when you look at them, they will be attacking Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They will be attacking IPOB. They will be attacking Directorate of State. As if what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is fighting for is not meant for them. So what happened is this. After Mazi Nnamdi Kanu demanded for referendum at last, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu left. When Mazi Nnamdi Kanu left, they rescheduled another meeting with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They put up another meeting with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And that second meeting was a setup to kill Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And they want to call it unknown gunmen. They wanted to ambush Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, including myself, because if Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was going, I was going with him. Sometimes when I speak to you with things I have witnessed, things I have seen. Not exaggerating. I don't exaggerate anything. I tell you what I have seen. The second meeting that was scheduled for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was actually to kill him and all the people that follows him. Just to silence every activity of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and the Biafra will be a forgotten story. Now let me tell you something that will shock each and every one of you. Chukwu Kikabiama that sent Mazi Nnamdi Kanu stood with him. Chukwu Kikabiama that sent Mazi Nnamdi Kanu prepared him. Chukwu Kikabiama that made Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to be in front line fighting for each and every one of us. Prepared those, even in the government, even in the military. In case you don't know, let me say it loud to you. In the police, in the immigration, in every facet of security in Nigeria country. He prepared people there who love Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who loves what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is doing. So when the enemies are planning evil against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu must know. When they plan any evil against him, he must know. It is Chukwu Kikabiama that made it so. So the second meeting, which was planned in Enugu by Obiano, Devu Mahi, Okezi Bazu, Ifeanyi Ugwuanyi, and then Rocha Sokorocha, was to eliminate Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and all the people following Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, including myself. Do you understand what I'm saying? Including Mazi the Chukwubikem that is talking to you right now. If that second meeting was held, I think there will be no Mazi the Chukwubikem to speak to you right now as I'm talking to you. I'm giving you this information free of charge. So if you look for me tomorrow, you don't see me. You know what has happened behind the scene. Then you know who to hold responsible for everything that has happened to our people. These 5 governors and the man you call Nnamdi. I will not stop calling him. I will not stop mentioning his name, because this man, Nnamdi, have actually signed the death warrant of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu as Ohaneze Ndigbo president. So, because Chukwu Kikabiama says that Biafra must come under the watch of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, ama bara nwa agwo je bara nwa awo. Ama bara nwa agwo je bara nwa awo. And Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was notified that if you come to Enugu, all of you will be leveled. And Mazi Nnamdi Kanu decided to cancel that meeting. We were prepared, we were good to go. We were ready to die for Biafra. That is why when I see some people that talk to me anyhow on this platform, and when I see some people that talk, that think that they have done something that somebody have never, done in this struggle, Why living abroad? Why staying far away from home? When I see them, I saw insulting me, talking about me in a manner that they are not supposed. People that, if they hear a gun or a gun sound, they will melt, they will die before the bullet will meet them. They cannot even stand in front line to fight. When they talk about Mazi became who has been in front line, who has fight the enemy in watching the enemy with bullet, tell them to shoot. I mean, I feel, oh my God, so this is the war, the people we are fighting for. Men, we were good to go to die. We even told Onyendu, no, Onyendu must go. Onyendu said no. Onyendu said no. Whatever Onyendu says goes. If Onyendu tell us go, we go. But we told him, Onyendu, we have signed, we have accepted to go. He said, no, we are not going again. And that meeting was cancelled. Let me tell you people something. If that meeting had went as the enemies planned, I know by now some of you that are watching me now would even forget about Biafra. You will not talk about Biafra again. You will not even use Biafra picture on your profiles. But there are men that are ready to give their life. I am one of them. Ready to give their life for Biafra to come. I am one of them. So Obulonye put n'iru akwụkwọ na-ekwu wa no na Finland na I give order, I do this, I do that. Somebody who cannot stand on the ground with me to face the enemy will come and be telling you that I ban DOS, I forbid the Chifedosm, I ban Chinas and Woro, and you are clapping for the person. Somebody whom a journalist told, can you go back home? Can you go back home and start fighting for that freedom you are talking about? He said that his life is under threat. That is whom you are listening to. Are you not ashamed of yourself? That you are following a puppet? Mazi Nnamdi lived by example by taking the challenge of people, not one person. People told him, come back home. If you know you are fighting for Biafra, we'll follow you. Mazi came back, indeed. And the one idiot, born in 1983, Simon Ekberima was born in 1983. The last born of my mother, senior Simon Ekberima. Last born, senior Simon Ekberima, by far. We come and be turning you people's brain upside down. And you people are listening. I don't want to deviate from the point I'm about to make because I have something to tell you. Mazi Nnamdi rejected that offer for the second visit. The reason why he rejected the offer for the second visit was because when you are fighting for a nation, you have to be alive to fight. That is why Bob Marley says that a great soldier is that who fought, run away, and live to fight another one. That is a great soldier. Anytime someone watch my program, when you look my face, it's not the you consider pandami, you camouflage, come down. Let us do it one-on-one as men now. Come down. You cannot. I have told Biafrans that if I die today, I am going to heaven. If there is a place called heaven, I'm going there straight because I die for a just cause. I died to save my people. But he doesn't want to die. But he has caused death of so many people, giving order, and people are listening to him. I'm going to do a program on that guy where I will reveal everything that I have kept, waiting for Mazi to come out. There are things I've kept for that idiot, which I don't want to affect something that is important to this struggle. He knows. There's a program he did one day. He said, If Mazi Nnamdi can tell me to do something, and you come out, you talk about it, that means you are the one who is sabotaging Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Biafrans, listen. Where is the social media platform he promised that he was going to give you people? He collected money to build a gigantic site. Money was given to him. That is, by the way, it's not part of what I'm about to talk about him the day I prepare to do so. There's nothing like that. He said he want to build a social media that will replace Facebook. Look at Mwabanshi, Neri Jubahafo. Mwabanshi Neri Jubahafo, they promise a platform that will replace Facebook. Everything about this guy has been scamming. He cannot, I challenge him morning, afternoon, and night with my life to come down and stage a movement. Stage a protest. If you don't see me in the front line, then I am a bastard. But if you cannot come down, you're a bomb bastard. What happened is that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu refused to comply with that visitation because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu knew that there is still more work ahead. After that visitation, the second refusal of the next meeting was what pushed these people to bring out the issue of Operation Python Dance. But before the Operation Python Dance, look at the British was programming these people, directing them, telling them what to do. They first asked the governors to go and prescribe the activities of IPOB on the ground. They use our own brothers. Just as Fulani use Afonja against Yoruba people, just as Fulani use some Hausa people against their own king in their own land. They first use some Hausas, conquer Hausa people. They extended down to Yoruba land, using a Yoruba man to conquer Yoruba land. Ilori to be precise, and put their emir. Now, they used our own governors, they used our so-called Ohanes Ndibo president to prescribe our own people, the sufferness, the killing. What Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is going through today and what you see happening in Biafra land today is because of the error of the governors of Eastern region, namely Hope, not also yesterday, namely Rochas Okorocha, Willie Obiano, Dave Umahi, Ifeanyi Ugwuanyi, and Okezi Ikpeazu, plus Nnianwodo. These are 5 governors plus Ohaneze Ndigbo president that is causing this mayhem you see happening in our land today. Because if there was nothing like Operation Python Dance, if there was nothing like prescription of IPOB, the Fulanis cannot enter our land, begin to kill, begin to burn, begin to destroy, begin to kidnap our people. So many of our comrades are right now in the prison. Emmanuel Okpa is in prison. Chusobasi is in prison. Uncountable numbers of them, over 4,000 of our comrades are in prison. The cause of these things is because of the governors, the puppet governors, that the enemies, the Fulani government used to prescribe us. They have prescribed us now. All of them have left seat. They couldn't unprescribe. They couldn't undo that evil they have done against our people. And what happened? After the prescription of IPOB activities, which is wrong because we are freedom fighting. We are freedom fighters. Operation Python Dance came in place. And the Python did not only dance in Biafra land, it also danced in the palace of Ezizo and Kanu. Over 30 people were massacred. 28 was seen instantly after so many other ones that went with bulletproof later died. There have never been any justice of any kind for these families of these people that were killed. And Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was the target. Since he refused to come, since Mazi Nnamdi Kanu refused to come to Enugu to be killed on the highway, even their plan, or can go even their plan, and their choka were once Mazi Nnamdi Kanu car is coming at a checking point, they will lay ambush left from one side because they cannot shoot from the right opposites of each other. Try to understand what I'm saying. What the plan was to stay on one side, that lane where Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and his men will be coming from. They will set their, what they call it, armor tank, revolver. Those people that will stop, they will block road. Once they will slow down, then those people will move. They will open fire. If I got this is what they planned. Like Abasia, my motto, my everything on one kaga fanya. While the planners will still be in the government house and waiting, knowing fully well that something is going to happen. Nobody have told you this on this platform or any platform apart from Omwagagwagia, because I was there. This is what they plan to do. That is why the day Mazi Nnamdi Kanu went to Ebonyi State, we went through Enugu. We break the cordons of army checking points. 3. The 4th one, we entered Ebonyi State. When Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was done with his visitation to Ebonyi people, asking them, is Ebonyi not Biafra land? They say Ebonyi is Biafra land. Do you want Biafra? They say they want Biafra. On our way going back to Umuahia, not knowing that they went and waited for us at Enugu Express Road. Biafrans, I want you people to think. There is Facebook. Not everybody. There are people you can listen to. Not content creators who are only there to make money. Today they talk about governor, tomorrow they talk about Biafra. Next tomorrow they talk about senator, the other one they talk about Biafra. The other day they talk. This is not the kind of people you need to listen to. You listen to people who have something to give you, information that will help you tomorrow, because Biafra is coming. They were waiting for us along the Enugu Express Road when we are coming back so that they will open fire. The same God that sent Mazi Nnamdi Kanu directed us. It is the right time to follow. This is the right track to follow. Do you know that as we are going home peacefully through Umuahia, because as we came from Enugu, they thought we were going back to Enugu. They went and they came and blocked us. That we should turn back and go from where we came from. In our own land. That was the day that I know that I have already given my life for the restoration of Biafra. Because there was nothing like atom of fear in the heart of everyone that follows Mazi Nnamdi Kanu on that very day, including myself. We were there facing them. We used our hand to carry their healers, to put it by the side for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to pass. Go and watch the video. Go and check on YouTube, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in Ebonyi State. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said, Umuahia, we are heading to Umuahia, ahead. You can't tell me to turn back and go and follow Enugu. Who are you to show me a road to follow in my own father's land? Biafra is here. I haven't given you the cocoa why I'm making this speech, why I'm reminding you of things you have forgotten, why I'm educating those who have not listened to it before. After all the battle, they failed to kill Mazi on Operation Python Dance. And Mazi ran for his life. He escaped for his life. And they used their media preponderance, begin to say, hey, Mazi Nnamdi can run away. Mazi Nnamdi can run away. Mazi Nnamdi can run away. People who are saying Mazi Nnamdi can run away cannot stand with the military, happy triggered military personnel that have been given order to shoot aside. They can't stand with them. They cannot. They cannot stand with them. None of them can stand. But Mazi Nnamdi Kanu stood. Now pay attention. After all these things happened, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu resurfaced in Israel. The appearance of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in Israel is something that you people should understand. He resurfaced in Israel because Israel Nigeria government came to Israel through their high commissioner in Israel, Nigeria ambassador to Israel. Begin to do some kind of Kurukere movement against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. But the state of Israel says no. They said no. Because even the Israelites did not know the man that came to their territory was Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I am facing the camera. Because a lot happened in Israel without the knowledge of so many of you. Even some people in the hierarchy of this movement do not know what happened in Israel. A lot happened. And Mazi Nnamdi Kanu stand tall. By the time they confirmed whom was in their country, they said, oh, this is a great man. We will give you every protection. For Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to appear on Israeli national television, you don't know what it is. You don't know what it takes. You don't know how it happened. Israel is not a country where anybody comes to talk anyhow. It's not a country where anybody entered anyhow. Israel has the best security, air, land, and sea, in case you don't know. The best on this planet Earth. Above America, above China, above UK, above France, above all the whole countries of the world. Israel have the best security. The best. By now. That is why you cannot enter Israel anyhow. Because the presence of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in Israel was the first breakthrough on international ground for Biafra restoration that some of you do not know. Because it is already registered in Israel that I am wanted in Nigeria. They want to kill me. There is evidences of how they attack my home and kill so many people. Listen, let me tell you. The capturing of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in Kenya, there are so many reasons why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu couldn't be killed. And that there are so many reasons they cannot touch him. When I come out to tell you that Fulani cannot kill Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, I'm saying it with authority. That they can never kill Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They don't burn them well. The way you came here. If Fulani try it, Fulani waya haga kwapu no boda, haga sino boda kwapu na ebe hasi. Abu honyo obona ka ga enwude ka esi wude Mazi Nnamdi Kanu for 8 days. May you find in Hamelia, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu anwuge. Some of you doesn't know whom you have in that man called Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That is a problem. Some of you do not know. If you know what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has gone through, if you know the road this man has passed, if you know what this man has achieved so far on this struggle, you will know that Biafra is here looking at me and you. But because some of you are short-sighted, you're myopic, you can't see far, you think that the Ekberima, one Ekberima from Finland can come and give you Biafra. Diplomatic ties that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have made so far, the achievements. The consultation that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have made so far, friendship that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have built so far, bridges that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have built so far, in 1 million years to come, Ekberima cannot venture it because he was not called for it and he doesn't have the edict to do so. So whenever I see anybody saying Simon Ekpa is our leader, Simon Ekpa, I laughed because these people are myopic. Some of them doesn't, even when you write something on Facebook, they cannot read it well. The interpretation of what you wrote shows you how their mentality is, how low their mentality is. A freedom fighter escaped being assassinated in a certain country and appeared in Israel. And you did not ask yourself a question. What happened? How possible was that? And appeared on their national television and spoke. The whole world listened. You people, sometimes I don't want to talk. When I'm there, I swear to God. Especially when I see anybody that come out and say, I'm supporting some. What has this guy done? Nothing. Only staying on Facebook, only staying on YouTube, blabbing, lying, constituting nuisance, sending criminals to kidnap and snatch cars. But I will tell you something that will surprise you today. In all the activities of Ekberima, it is to the glory of God. In all the attack, all the lies that Ekberima was lying against the leadership of this movement and everything, in all the killing of our people that Ekberima have perpetrated, in all the rubbish this man have done, happened to be to the glory of God and to the restoration of our nation. When Mazi Nnamdi Kanu left Israel to United Kingdom, many things happened also. I don't know much. I don't know much. But if they seized Mazi Nnamdi Kanu international passport in Abuja when they captured him in 2015. They seized his international passport. How Mazi Nnamdi Kanu managed to get to Israel happened to be a miracle, and it happened to be, can I say, like a confused thing to the Fulanese. The tracking of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu movement started the moment he went to United Kingdom to collect his to receive his second passport, the original passport again, against the one that was seized in Abuja. That is to say that if the United Kingdom can issue Mazi Nnamdi Kanu another international passport, pay attention. Having known fully well that their puppets, their cash cow in Africa, they call a country Nigeria, seized the first one that he was having that hasn't expired. And they gave him another international passport to travel around the world. I want you also to think, in Britain, they respect their law. They follow their law. There's nobody that is being under surveillance or being chased by a country to be eliminated that will come to United Kingdom without having his or her right protected. That is what happened. And they knew that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu wasn't a terrorist. If Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was a terrorist, as their puppet governors declared, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will not appear in Israel without being arrested. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will not appear in Israel without even going to their national television and speak. He will not live a second in Israel. If Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was a terrorist, when he returned to the United Kingdom to restore his international passport, he will be arrested and detained. It was UK that was supposed to bring Mazi Nnamdi Kanu back if he happened to be a terrorist. The same process that gave birth to United States of America, the same process that gave birth to Yugoslavia, the same process that gave birth to Georgia, The same process that gave birth to Eritrea, the same process that gave birth to South Sudan is the same process which Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is fighting for. So Mazi Nnamdi Kanu had every right to talk about his freedom, demand for the referendum of his own people, for his own people. Now, let me bust that which I want you to listen and hear from this particular program. The reason why I said Biafrans should rejoice is because, as I speak to you right now, the European Union are deliberating to come into Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's case and Biafra case. Don't ask me how did you get your information. Don't even dare ask me how did you get the information. I am not a watchdog. I am not a whistleblower. There are people that claim to be whistleblower. There are people that claim to be watchdog. I am not. I am Mazi Nnamdi, and everything I tell you on this platform is a gospel. Take it to anywhere at long run, you say, yes, he said it. It may not happen as at the time you're expecting it, but definitely it will happen. African Union, all the presidents of all African countries are deliberating over Mazi Nnamdi Kanu case and that of Biafra restoration, in case you don't know. Nigeria government has spent money to shut up every African countries that want to support and stand with Biafra. They have gone as far as cutting some debts that some African countries are owing them through the oil supply that they gave to them, for them to shut up, not to talk about Biafra, just for them to shut up. As they were doing it in Africa, they have also gone to Europe. They have also gone to America. If you know how many billions in dollars that Nigeria has spent to make sure that Biafra is not restored, you will cry. That money can turn Nigeria to become Dubai. The money they are spending is supposed to turn Nigeria to be more beautiful than Dubai. Every viable amenity that you need in life will be provided. They are spending it to make sure that this kingdom of God on earth shouldn't come. And there is a man who have done all the physical, spiritual, and the otherwise job known as Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And one idiot from somewhere whom has done nothing but to come on Facebook and on YouTube to rant is whom you are listening to, is whom you are following, is whom you are saying, I'm obeying his sit at the order. He is the one that is doing something. I look at you people, I say, no, I wouldn't dara. There are informations that I don't need to give you on this platform because some of you are very, very gullible. Some of you are very, very myopic. You will see the truth, but you will follow the lies because the lies is sweeter than the truth. The issue of this experiment, telling you people that I'm fighting for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Okay, if you are fighting for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu release, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have told you stop fighting for my release. Because you cannot use the killing of our people at the detriment of saying you are fighting for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. No, I don't want. Keep your fight to yourself. And some of you are still talking about him. Daily Post will write that Simon Ekpa is the leader of Biafra faction, according to Aloye Jihako Onyara. Then Simon Ekpa boys will share it. When the same Daily Post writes that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu denounce and reject Simon Ekpa first sit at home and vow not to forgive anybody who is killing our people in his name, they will condemn it, they will say it's not truth. And you are telling me that these people are thinking well. Listen, the issue of Biafra has gone beyond Nigerian militarism. Can you say you to her? Just as they told us that Zeke said that broken bottle has no militarism. That is how the issue of Biafra have come beyond Nigerian militarism. Only if Nigeria get militarism, Biafra. Biafra alago. They are holding Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to steal more money, to siphon more money, to take more things that they think they can take. Because leaving Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is saying, Biafra, you can go. In case you don't know, let me tell you now. But there is something very good that will come out of what Ekberima is doing against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. After Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is released, it will be very clear to every Biafran that Ekberima was an agent bought and sponsored to destroy Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and IPOB. I repeat, by the time Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is out, through the legal process of the lawyers that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and IPOB are paying, through the legal process of those that are negotiating what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu wants in the international community, you should be clear to the world that Simon Ekberima was actually a mole who came to destroy Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu stands for. The people of Biafra will multiply their love for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu because he never capitulated. He never surrendered. He never retreated. By the time Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is out of dungeon of DSS, it will be very, very clear that there is no more obstacle that can stand on the way of Biafra restoration. Because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu told all of us that the last battle we are going to fight is going to be from the inside. Once we are done defeating that enemy from the inside, here is Biafra with us. And I'm telling you that that enemy is defeated already. And Biafra is looking at me and you. Koro koro. The man you call Epa Njoko Mambo from Ohuku in Ebonyi State has done everything he thinks he can do. Like, he is now exhausted with ideas of blackmailing IPOB into making international community condemning them and calling them terrorists. It is finished for him. There's nothing again that is left. His last play card is this sit at home that is holding so tight on. And Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have destroyed it. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was waiting for a very long time, sending message, Alo Ejimako say this, Alo Ejimako will not. Alo Ejimako say this, Alo Ejimako will not. Alo Ejimako say this, Alo Ejimako will not. Then Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was waiting for the right time. So now the idiots have finally come outside to show the world whom he is and what he stands for. Then finally, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has done great by putting the idiot where he belongs. Mazi have set the record very clear. African Union will start talking about Biafra freedom. Not just Mazi Nnamdi Kanu freedom, because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu freedom is certain. It is already declared by the Nigerian Constitution, by the second highest court of the country. Appeal court have set Mazi Nnamdi Kanu free. Like, acquitted and discharged. There is no crime you committed. You committed no crime. And that is Biafra. Go. You have right to go. Some of you cannot interpret Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and the Biafra restoration. You can't interpret it. But I'm helping you to think. I'm helping you to interpret it right now. Any attack that you have expected from time on have been said. There's no special attack again on Mazi Nnamdi Kanu for those of you who think that you have already attacked everything that needed to be attacked. The attack is going to talk about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is on Twitter. You can just go to Twitter and tweet. You can just go to... The highest attack that Chairman Ekperima have done is using the name of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to kill Biafrans. All in the name is fighting for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. There's no attack that is worst that will affect Mazi more than that, which we have put to an end today. Yesterday, in his own community, there is a market. That market was bubbling yesterday. There was nothing like sit at home there. In his own community, in the village, I have the video with me. If you want, I play it for you to see. Village Ebosi. It was bubbling. As for the affair of man. So if you are expecting that if you come out and say, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, God will punish you. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, you are a criminal. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, yeah, that spells his final exit already. Final exit mean why no name here. I don't know in fact, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, you people know before will not be Mazi Nnamdi Kanu you are going to see when he come out. So you have every leverage now to talk and insult him and say anything you want to say. There's no problem. The moment he is out, go out there and talk against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Just as I warned the idiot and about Master Prophet not to speak against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's wife. On why I want men in the street of Germany. On Wakulia. Open a Master Prophet go against Uchechoku Kanu again. Lord Uchechoku Kanu. Oku makia balia again. Open the TV here in Germany. Mokachuku make video against everybody in Germany. Paul mean idiot. I can't because the next thing now I call to Esnams now didn't know Germany be idiot. I can't borrow. I will say it. I will challenge each and every one of them. Who no bank that area also by Master Prophet because also yana area one also for now. Also yana area. Let me shock you people with a little information you need to know about Simon Ekperima, who was born in 1983. Let me shock you people with a little information. Oh, Alezi. Odimaki who be here. As I speak to you right now, Simon Ekperima is preparing to run away from that house where he was living before. Cut this video, go and show him. Tell him that I am saying so because there are ego eyes in this struggle that you don't know. He is preparing to pack out from that particular location because he has been busted. Or that putilo, on Zogari. He doesn't attend activities in Finland again. He doesn't club anymore in Finland again. Especially in Lati. He doesn't. Before on a club, a boom on a gym, a gym up. He doesn't go out anymore. And he's preparing now. As I'm talking to you right now, he consulted agent that will help him to get a house. As I'm talking to you right now. He doesn't even have access to his child anymore. That Adam you used to see, Simon doesn't have access. Or that was Adam. Or is it where Naiji movement here, information here, plan here, everything. When someone sit down and think, we know what he's thinking about. Okay, Beliman. So some of you who are thinking that he's going to attack Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have said it long time ago. But the biggest attack has been done, which was using Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's name to kill Biafrans, which is against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's wish. There is no other attack that will come from Simon Ekperima that will affect or make Mazi Nnamdi Kanu feel bad, aside from this particular one I'm saying now. Oliver Wokedi, welcome to the program. When you want to go Zegi, watching it, and my father call again and more for me. I'm watching your video always. You're welcome. Greetings to you. Just one believe him. Kingdom. What I'm saying here is some of you that doesn't know what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has done. the game the guy had played, the consultation that has been done, the relations that Mazi Nnamdi have tied. You think that Mazi Nnamdi is just there for nothing. Mazi Nnamdi is ready to stay there until they are tired to let him go. You're welcome to the program. Mazi Nnamdi is ready. He told you, I will never, ever, ever give up for you. I will never disappoint you. It is you that is watching this program that disappoint Mazi Nnamdi. Mazi Nnamdi said I should tell you people that he cannot disappoint you guys. Let me remind you, he said it to your hearing, but I'm reminding you once again. African Union are warming up. When you see it on news flying, don't forget to remember that Mazi Nnamdi told you, today go and mark it somewhere. AU are going to talk about Biafra. They are going to talk about Mazi Nnamdi. No matter how much Nigeria government is paying all the countries in AU. Do you know that Excelency of Ethiopia, the former president of Ethiopia, kicked against Biafra restoration in 1967. He was the president of Africa, the chairman of African Union. In case you don't know, Addis Ababa happened to be the capital. Excelency rejected for Biafra to be restored. Do you know his fear? His fear is because he doesn't want Eritrea to go out of Ethiopia. Do you know his fear? His fear is that if Biafra is allowed to go, that other countries in Africa will like to go. So he kicked against it. When the issue is brought to the table of African Union to be discussed, he trashed it because Nigeria government have paid him. Please don't allow these people to go. Haile Selassie. But at the end of the day, what happened? Ethiopia was divided, but there's something good about their division. Eritrea fought for 30 good years. Because when I listen to Ekperima, sometimes I laugh in Biafra language. When he said, some people have been doing Biafra for the past 12 years. They have not achieved anything. I have come to give you Biafra. He cannot even he cannot even control his wife. His wife that divorced him, he cannot even control him. The old woman, old mama yonge, honor, he can't control that woman, but he wants to come and control Biafrans. And people are calling him prime criminal, prime criminal. I wish you know him. I care not whatever that is shortcoming of Mazi Nnamdi as his personal life. I care not. I care not about whatever the enemies will say against him. I care not. I care not whatever fabrication that you may see on internet tomorrow about him. I care not. What I care is that this is a man that Chukwu Kebema have chosen to give us the restoration of our nation. And this man has finished his work. Right now, he is at the finishing touches of that work. So any idiot that comes out to fight against the Mazi Nnamdi and his wife and the Directorate of State, you will be gone. African Union are warming up. Don't ask me that. You will not hear the leadership come out to say it the way I'm saying it. This is my personal revelation to Biafrans. You will doubt it. You will argue it. You will quarrel over it. You can even hate me for saying it. But after it becomes truth, then you begin to say, oh, this guy, had I know. When people were crying, making videos, telling you that they have killed Mazi Nnamdi because they refuse our lawyers to see him, I told you that Mazi Nnamdi cannot be killed by any mere mortal. So many people. There's a woman that was crying. I don't know if I have that woman's video in this particular this. I will show you because the woman heard that Mazi Nnamdi cannot be killed. Some people who are emotionally down, we are crying. Oh my God. Let me put on. Let me switch. I have to switch because my data is finished on this particular phone I'm using. I have to switch. Let me switch. Yes, I just switched to another network right now. So the woman was crying. And so many other people were crying. A lot of them had heart attack because of that news that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu had been killed. Because some people with emotion were crying, saying, "Oh, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, they don't want us to see him. They don't want our lawyer to see him. For that reason, they have killed him." I, Mazi Nnamdi came on this platform and tell you, I told you that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu cannot be killed. Nothing will happen to him. I told you that. Go and check my record in the past. And indeed, nothing happened to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. The video is not here. Oh my God! It's on the video. It's on the phone that I'm using to do this program now, and there's no how I can show you. So emotional blackmail cannot make people who supposed to have tough, who cannot develop tough way of reasoning and thinking to break down. Because when any idiot to put around and say, Biafra, I will give you Biafra in 150 days. Keep counting. You count it, what you from. Or say, I will give you worship. You check the worship and what you from. Or say, I will give you a warplane. You check the warplane and what you from. Or say, I'm giving you 1 week sit at home. 1 week sit at home, nobody listening to him. Instead of that, turn to criminality. Or say, 2 weeks to sit at home. 2 weeks sit at home in his village. In his village, that one I can show you the video right here now. In his village, Ayanazo, na Bennia, Ayanazo. This is the video here. In his own village, oh. Look at it. In his own village. Look at it. I want for you. This is the village of the man that is giving you 2 weeks at home. Do you see it? Listen, let me tell you people something. The reason why sometimes I become aggressive, I become angry, I become mad when I talk about this idiot is because when I see people sharing the rubbish he is doing, so many people are actually using him for monetization. And somebody should tell Okechukwu Ugu. Somebody should tell Mazi Okechukwu Ugu, known as Obi-Wan Ndibo, to retrace his step for using Mazi Nnamdi Kanu picture together with Simon Ekpa picture with the African revolutionaries who are fighting to liberate their people, matching them together and speaking what he knows nothing about. Okechukwu Ugu, take this message to him, please. I don't want to do a video for you. I try to make a video. Adima Abasaga. Anybody I made mention of his name on this platform and tell you this person is going astray, watch that person. When I talked about the one you call go and watch. He retraced his step immediately from making caricature of the movement that he has not lost a single soul in, but I have lost many. He stopped it immediately. When you want to talk about Biafra, shape, 1 year shape, talk about Nnamdi in a work, we have Biafra. So Okechukwu Ugu should be warned. 1 year, I love that guy. I don't hate him. Anything you don't know about this struggle, keep your mouth out of it. Stop using Mazi Nnamdi Kanu picture to do your video to make money, because it's all about monetization. I will not continue to take that rubbish from you. I've been watching every of your video. I've been seeing how you are using the name of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I've been using how you are matching it with Simon Ekpa. I'm seeing all of them. You have challenged me before on my platform. You have called on my platform to ask me questions during the time of Nnamdi. You are even asking me, how did I get information about Nnamdi? Why am I attacking Nnamdi? This and that. After everything, the same you came out to say, hey, you don't want to talk about Nnamdi because you know that there are things that some people doesn't know about the woman. For that, you don't want to talk about her. But you were asking me are challenging me, attacking me for talking about Nnamdi. So you have to be very, very careful. All of you that are using Mazi Nnamdi Kanu picture, and I want to use this opportunity to tell people, if you want to make a video content, don't use Biafra struggle to make video content, because what you are using to make that content is the blood of people like Ikonso, people like Moshe, people like Awara, people like Chinedu, people like Ugweze, people like Eze Israel Kanu. There are many, there are thousands and thousands of people. People like Izubechi. These are the people you are using their pictures to do content, all in the name of getting money. When I tweet this morning, I posted on my wall this morning, I said that content creating is not for freedom fighters. We are all doing what we are doing for the restoration of our nation, Biafra, not for money making. And some people will come out and begin to insult me. Do your own, excuse me, do your own, monetize your account, make money, this and that. Listen, if I want a content creating site, I have almost 4 other pages. I can construct one to be doing content creating on it. I will not use Biafra on it. I will talk about what is happening to our people. I can use Igbo, but more Biafra. If I want, I can have maybe put out maybe 1 or 2 days. I'll be doing program on that particular place, talking about the affairs of Ndiwa and what have you. And it will not take me 1 month to grow the page. It won't. In case you don't know, I have already made name for myself on this platform called Acid Hot. So wherever I do any program, those that love me, that know that I'm a man of truth, will come to listen to me and watch me. So if that is what I want, I can do it. But using the same page where you talk about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, you talk about Biafra restoration, you use it and you put pictures, and sometimes you lie. Sometimes you say things that is not in order, just for people to send you money, just for people to send you star, just for you to make money. My Twitter handle is Asidehot Biafra TV. Someone is asking me. Everything I have in this struggle is dedicated to this struggle. I'm on Instagram, Asidehot Biafra TV. I'm on Facebook, Asidehot Biafra TV. I am on YouTube, Asidehot Biafra TV. Go anywhere is Asidehot Biafra TV. That is where I am pushing out my own message of redemption. So once you are a content creator, be careful. I want to do a video for content creators, but I just remembered Okechukwu Uguna because I listened to some of his video. I can't bear it. I wanted to call in. I said no. If I call in, he may not give me the free landing to express myself. I said, okay, I'm going to do that video on my platform where I will have every landing space to enumerate everything he have done wrong, he have said wrong, and he have done. I will correct him on my platform. No worry. So what I'm trying to say here is this. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has rejected money. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has rejected material things. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has rejected everything that will make him to stop the restoration of our nation. He said no to each and every one of them. Mazi Nnamdi can only say yes to the restoration of our nation. And that is the man that I am following. That is the man I love so much. That is the man I believed in. Not a puppet. Not a puppet who is hiding in Finland. Not a hungry puppet who have been duping people with immigration papers and what have you in Finland. Who cannot match his foot in Biafra land to talk about Biafra restoration. If you want, I show you a video where I was talking about Biafra restoration right in Biafra land in Iguacha, marching on the day that we were attacked. On the day that Uchebe sent all of us to go and march in solidarity with Donald Trump. Where's Donald Trump today? Did Donald Trump mention Biafra? Did Donald Trump do anything for Biafra? Did Donald Trump even talk about about the killing of the people that supported him in one way, in one African countries? He did not. Donald Trump is out of the presidential seat right now. It was Uche before who asked us to go and do that marching. So I don't want to deviate from the point I'm making today. I said I'm not going to stay long, but I've already stayed long. But however it is, I have only about a few minutes to ramp up. So pay attention. Let me recap. I will say Biafra should go and rejoice. Biafrans, go and rejoice, for the kingdom of God on this earth, known as Biafra, is here. Every sufferness and predicament of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that is going through today have paved way for the restoration of our nation. I said, African Union are going to start talking about Biafra, and once you see it happening, just see the window is open, the door is open. Yes, because while Eritrea was fighting to get their freedom from Ethiopia, the first discussion was in the soil of Africa, because this is an African country. When South Sudan were fighting for their freedom, the first discussion on the round table was done in Africa. In case you don't know. Even Zanzibar, that you used to call South Africa, that is known as South Africa today, was comprises of Zimbabwe, South Africa, and another country put together. When the white people wanted to balkanize them, it was discussed in this soil. The international community knows what they are doing. Those that IPOB leadership are paying to negotiate knows the job they are doing. In case you don't know, the consultation has gone very, very far beyond your imagination. Maybe you will not hear it already, Biafra, but on this platform, as it hot, I will tell you. You see those people that were negotiating for Biafra freedom, that we are paying, that they may come out and say, hey, we are not going to pay anybody $85,000 again. We are going to use that money to buy ammunition. We are going to use that money to do this, to do that. Listen. So you don't expect IPOB leadership to come and tell you what they have done. But so that if you are a follower of Simon Ekberima, it is the right time to say shame unto him as the devil that he is. And stop supporting him because he is evil. Simon Ekberima is moto Ajom Moko. Ajom Moko. Ajom Machine Mazinan can say one about Nime. Yaman we have the Ajom one way. I don't want to talk about his stupid tweets that he come and lie and say all manner of rubbish. I don't want to talk about it. It's like promoting the idiot. I will talk about him the way you understand it, in a hard way. Somebody said that he was in Port Harcourt the same day. It was very bloody. You know how many people that were shot to death? Bullets flying, fear. On the other official before that is talking rubbish today. I have checked. This leadership under Mazi Chikedozie have been very, very diplomatic. There is no too much of open confrontation casualties meted on the IPOB on the ground since Chikedozie have taken over. The only thing that happened is that the enemies are going underground, kidnapping people. Kidnapping innocent people. But when the open confrontation was during the time of Uchemefo. He will give order, let's go here, let's go here, let's go here. People were going and they were being killed. So, my brothers and my sisters, I want you to save this message and share it widely. Go and rejoice because Biafra is here. Mark today's date. Allah hekwala ina nkwa ala nso abiago. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will come out. He refused to take bribe. That is why you have not seen him. He will come out because the presidency will be compelled to obey the law of the land, which is greater than the presidency itself. The constitution that says Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have committed no crime, allow him to go. Therefore, he will be allowed to go. And the coming out of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is the coming of Biafra. Go and mark it somewhere, any place of Naroge de Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, don't expect him to come out now and be starting marching on the street and now say Biafra, Biafra. No, 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 no. I have to go that stage. The stage of evangelism have come and gone. Right now, we are also online, creating awareness, exposing things that is happening. But the real job is being done on the ground by this movement, leadership called Directorate of State. If DOS open mouth and tell you people what they have done so far, I swear to my Heavenly Father, to make me happy, on the comment section, I want to see God bless DOS. Just type it there, just to please me, make me happy. God bless DOS. God bless you. I want to see it, please. Because these guys have done something that no other DOS leadership have done in this struggle. None other DOS leadership have faced the kind of battle they faced. And they are still standing tall. Men of integrity that I love so much. In case you don't know. God bless DOS. Thank you very much, Mazi. God bless DOS. God bless DOS. That is what I want to see. God bless DOS. These guys have done great. The consultation is too wild. The alliance is becoming too bigger than even the zoo himself. Because anywhere they put head, we are there. It doesn't matter how many money, how much they have spent. The truth must prevail. And that truth says that Biafra must come. As you are saying, may God bless BDOS, may God bless you too. It doesn't matter how many times you type it. You can type it 1 million times over. Diplomacy has been the order of the day. That is why you see us doing sit at home. Since Godusem took over in the Directorate of State, sit at home become very active. People are not being killed in the open confrontation of protest anymore. And the enemy doesn't like it. That is why they went and planted Simon Ekberima to go there and cause confusion, to go there and start doing something that will make people to be killed. And that is what we are seeing today. And all of you that are carrying gun for Simon Ekberima, I want to speak to you now before I close this program. If you are a fallen angel from the men of Eastern Security Network Command that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu led, and you have come short of glory in the past, finally you realize that you have done something you are not supposed to do. Finally you have realized that you have been following a fool. You have been following a deceiver who only wanted to achieve only but one thing, to destroy that struggle that you believe you are fighting with him without you knowing it. If you fall into that category, I want you to do one thing. Retrace your step, one. I want you to do second thing. Fight anybody that is still supporting Simon Ekberima in anywhere you see them. This is how to address such situation. Not bringing them on my platform and asking them questions. After that, I say, we should forgive them. Forgive who? You have to prove to us that you are worth forgiven. You have to prove to the world that you are worth to be forgiven. Not when you cause problem, cause mayhem, cause confusion. If all those days that they are causing all this problem, that IPOB leadership are not strong and they destroy the struggle, who are they going to ask for that forgiveness? Who will be in position to forgive them? So what you have to do is one and two. Number one is to retrace your step. Number two is to look for all those your fellow comrades that are still with Ekberima, killing our people. Fight them. If you open you come in with a okay, say this is freedom fighting. That is how it is done. Fight them. Why you are fighting them? Directly and indirectly, you are fighting to restore your nation. You are fighting to make sure that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's command is standing tall. That is how freedom fighting is done. Sometimes you see a fellow freedom fighting turning gun against his brother because his brother have derailed. That is why Emmanuel Ifajuna was court-martialed and killed in 1967. Emmanuel Ifajuna betrayed. That is why Enugu fell under 6 months. Enugu fell under 6 months because of activities of Emmanuel Ifajuna. And he was caught. And Ojukwu Nyirada Abaya Toto. Samuel Ekperima. Chiaka Gorai Ainabia. On this note, I remain your brother Mazi Okpaleze Chukwubuike, Mago Biafra and Kembo na Biafra. Eze wife no wanini imalizo kwa kazo dia. Mazi Soja di meji fere. If there's nothing you take home from this program, I want you to take home that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is coming out soon. And African Union are going to stand up to talk about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and Biafra restoration. And I want you to know that diplomatic moves of this movement that have been done is immense, is great. And the people who are in charge are this Directorate of State that Simon Ekperima have been lying against, fighting against, causing problems to make them look like they are not doing anything. But he actually want them to come out and be, telling him what they are doing. But it's not going to work like that. Biafra is our nation, and Biafra we shall restore. Thank you very much. The Don Chidi, I love you too, my brother. May Chukwu Karima bless each and every one of you. I am here, and I will meet you once again. Keynesiano.